Good morning. This is Mark Lefebvre with the Stearns County Soil and Water Conservation District with this week's conservation report. And today I'd like to discuss one more time our soil stewardship and nutrient management field day that we have scheduled for September 1st, which would be next Wednesday. Just going to give one more plug for that. I know the pre-registration is closed, but if you are interested, we did order a few extra meals, so you can still show up at the day, or you can give our office a call, or go on the website and get more information. So registration is going to start at 9:30, and the program will start at 10. And we've got some really good speakers lined up. Anna Cates from the University of Minnesota Extension starts out the day with talking about soil health and some of the results from a conservation innovation grant that the Stearns SWCD is part of. So we do have some local results that she will be sharing. Comparing no-till and cover crop soil health type practices to more conventional, side by side, and doing some intensive soil sampling as well as some rainfall simulation to see what erosion rates are between two different types of managements. Then we have talk about 4R certification, which is for ag retailers to be certified following U of M guidelines. And Amy Robach from Centra and Peter Mead from the Nature Conservancy will be giving an update about that. And then the next speaker will be Chrissy's Motorman from the University of Minnesota Extension, and she will be discussing the 4 R's of nutrient management. That should be a good update on that. And then the last presentation is data stewardship platforms. Lefebvre from the Nature Conservancy will be talking about that. And that's where we've got a lot of these different sustainability platforms that look at what current management is compared to some kind of benchmark for the area. And some of the platforms would include Field to Market, also the Ecosystem Service Market Consortium that we're involved in for soil carbon credits. That should be interesting as well. Then lunch is at noon, and then we're going to have a farmer panel. We've got some local farmers, Dan Lai, Dan Jansky, Ben Mergen, who is also the host, and John Christian will be talking about some of their practices that they've been implementing on their farm, and primarily about soil health practices, including no-till cover crops, reduced till, and manure management. And then at 1, we are going to have some equipment demos. The field that on Ben's farm south of Albany was spring wheat this year, so that's been harvested, and he actually did plant a cover crop on there, but not sure if that's going to be up. We did get some rain, so we'll have to see if that's up by the time we have the demos. But to start the demos, we're going to have Lyle Locken from Custom Waste Irrigation has a low disturbance manure applicator that we're actually going to run in the field and see how that operates. And then followed by Upper Midwest Pumping. Tim Weisty is going to be demonstrating another manure toolbar that has the John Deere sensor on it that actually analyzes the nutrient levels in the manure as it's being applied, and then you can adjust the rate by speeding up the tractor or slowing down depending on what the soil actually needs according to their soil sampling. And we also have Ben Mergen has a Kuhn Krause strip till machine that we're going to demo, followed by John Christian has a Don strip till unit, and that both Ben and John Christian have their machines have a Montag dry fertilizer unit, so they won't be applying fertilizer, but they'll be demoing to see what it looks like behind those units. And lastly, we are going to demo a Soil Warrior from Environmental Tillage Systems. They're going to be demoing kind of a unit that's not a shank unit or a coulter. It's a little bit different. So we'll have the three main strip till units out there demoing, so that should be good. Also, we do have, we're going to not demo it, but we're going to have Jansky Farms modified a 3-point drill to do some interseeding into standing corn. So that's going to be on display there to view as well. So if you're interested, you can still show up that day. Look on our website for directions. It's Ben Mergen's farm south of Albany, or give our office a call, 320-251-7800, extension 3. So lastly, I'd like to mention, we do have a lot of cost share that we help provide farmers with different ag waste or manure storage facilities, and sometimes we like to try to couple that with other funding sources, and the Minnesota Department of Ag just announced their Livestock Investment Grant application is open. So Minnesota livestock farmers and ranchers seeking to improve their livestock operation are encouraged to apply for the Agricultural Growth, Research, and Innovation Grant, Livestock Investment Grant. There will be 2 rounds of funding. Interested applicants are encouraged to apply during the fall of 2021. And then in the spring of 2022, they'll issue a second application period for the remaining funds. This livestock investment grants encourage long-term industry development in Minnesota's $7 billion livestock industry through investment in facilities, infrastructure, and equipment. Funding for the grants comes through the AGRA program to advance Minnesota's agriculture and renewable energy industries. So applicants may apply for up to 10% of their project's total cost. Grants can range in size from $400 to $25,000. And each livestock operation is eligible to receive a lifetime maximum of $50,000 from this grant program. To be eligible for the reimbursement by this grant, you must be invoiced and pay for all the project materials and services by January 1, 2022. And to receive your proposal no later than Wednesday, November 17th. So that's the first round of application period. So a lot of times we can couple or kind of pair these kinds of funding sources together to help farmers, if they're making improvements in their operation, whether it's for a stacking slab or manure pit or, other things like that. So if you have questions, again, you can always get a hold of us here at Stearns SWCD at 320-251-7800, extension 3. And again, this has been Mark Lefebvre from the Stearns County Soil and Water Conservation District with your conservation report. Thank you.